Dawn lifts over a rainforest sealed in mist. The canopy breathes, birds call once, then fall silent, as if the forest itself is holding a secret. On the shadowed floor below, something moves with purpose. A cobra, glossy dark scales catching thin ribbons of light, slides from the tall grass and raises its head. The hood spreads, not as a threat, but as a declaration. A silent ruler is awake. Look closely. The eyes reflect the sky like polished amber. The tongue flicks, measuring scent, moisture, the faint electricity of motion on the ground. Every ripple of muscle under those scales is meticulous engineering, tuned by time. It leaves a winding trace over damp soil, but the body makes almost no sound. The forest, however, tells you it is here. A sudden hush in the trees, a tremor in the leaves, a pause in the chorus of insects. The cobra weaves between roots and stones, light glinting off rain-wet patterns on its back. Slow your breathing, and the forest opens. You hear the husk of a dry leaf as the body brushes past. You see shafts of gold slicing the green. The hood lifts again, wider this time, scales textured like overlapping shields. It is not aggression, it is information, size, shape, certainty displayed in perfect stillness. A clearing unfurls ahead. Small rodents work the edges, collecting fallen seeds, noses twitching at shadows they cannot name. The cobra freezes, an art of movement that looks like no movement at all. The tongue writes an invisible map, direction, distance, pulse. Then the attack clock starts. A breath. The head lowers by a fraction. Muscles gather. The world narrows to one line between hunter and prey. Strike. The cobra flashes forward, a blur faster than thought. Leaves burst, air pops, and in that sliver of time, the rodent's world flips from open to closed. It bolts, instinct against design, zigzagging for the maze of a fallen log. The forest erupts into motion, camera wide from above, then low, then close. The chase threads through stems and shadow. Speed alone is not enough out here. Precision is. The cobra cuts angles, saves distance with patient curves. Its body tightens as it gains ground, pushing dust and dew aside. The rodent reaches shelter and hesitates, just long enough for lightning to become contact. Fangs flash. The moment lands. Silence. This is the part the jungle does not dramatize. The cobra steadies, jaws set. The prey goes still. Some snakes squeeze to subdue. Some rely only on venom. What you witness is control. Clean, efficient, final. The forest exhales. Thunder mutters far away. Clouds shouldering in from the horizon paint the canopy with a darker green. The first drop of rain hits the cobra's hood like a drumbeat. Another follows. Within moments, the light scatters into silver beads, racing down bark and blade. The cobra does not rush. It understands tempo. It holds, then begins the slow, precise work of swallowing. Look at the mechanics. Jawbones unhinging, not in violence, but in geometry. The throat widening to accept what the body has earned. The waves of muscle are patient and measured, drawing the shape inward. This is not spectacle, it is survival. In the rain's steady music, you can hear the rhythm of an ancient practice repeated without witness for millions of mornings like this. The storm thickens. The forest dims to a cathedral. Overhead, leaves become stained glass, green and gray and briefly lit by the pulse of distant lightning. The cobra slides to the shelter of roots, coils settling, tongue flicking now and then like a metronome, keeping time with the rain. Energy must be spent. and energy must be saved. The balance is never decorative, only exact. Around it, life flows on. Insects cross the slick earth. Somewhere above, monkeys argue with the weather. The cobra watches without haste. Its stillness is not emptiness, it is calculation. When the rain softens, the snake begins to move again. No grand gesture, just continuation. The ground is a map it knows by scent and pressure. Dusk collects. Fireflies lace the understory with small, patient stars. The last warm edge of the sun lays a ribbon across the cobra's scales, and the hood rises one more time against an orange sky. Wind leans through the grass. The day signs its name and folds. Night remakes the forest. The canopy becomes a roof of black glass pricked with light. The calls change. Crickets take the stage, low and endless, a hum that fills the spaces where vision fails. The cobra travels as a silhouette now, a line of intent across the open clearing, a suggestion more than a figure. Under the moon, each scale answers with a faint metal shine, like breath on a blade. Pause here. What you have seen is not a fable about hero or villain. It is a record, a hunter that does not waste, a forest that does not lie, a moment where skill and chance met and ended in the only way such meetings can. Fear is natural, so is respect. The cobra is not cruel, it is correct. In the morning, the cycle will start again, somewhere else in this green maze, with different players on the same stage. But for tonight, the ruler recedes. The body lowers, the path vanishes, and the darkness folds shut like a book. If you listen carefully, beneath the crickets and the last thinning rain, you can still hear it. Not a hiss, but a presence. The silent ruler of the jungle remains unseen, yet always here.